everybody, it's Megan. As always, I hope all of you are doing well. As the title states, we are going to be going over a very, very shocking and, might I add, new unboxing haul that I am just over the moon about, and I cannot wait to get into because, as I mentioned on this channel, I truly do like to unbox my items with you before I actually use them in life. So as you can imagine, I'm very, very excited to do this video. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but there is a difference in my background, and I'm not sure if you noticed, it's been a little bit of a while since I've actually made a YouTube video. And if you happen to have seen previous videos, the last previous videos that I made, I did say that my husband and I, very, very blessed, we got our dream home. We literally got our dream home. And I cannot wait to show you guys this closet because you're just literally seeing a fraction of it. I wish I could show you more of my bags, but you're kind of seeing SLGs, jewelry, sunglasses, belts, things like that. That's okay. It'll work for now. But yeah, I'm really, really excited to show you guys a full house tour. Oh my goodness, you guys, once you see this home, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. I truly, I never thought I'd find a home that I'd feel so content with saying, I want this to be my forever home. And as great as the house is, the backyard is just phenomenal. My husband and I, we always love to go to tropical type of places. We live in California, and humbly say, we like to go to Hawaii once, but preferably 2 times a year, like Bora Bora a lot. And God literally gave us a backyard like a Hawaii resort, which is just truly something that I am just mind blown by. And I do want to mention, if you guys do happen to follow my channel, you know that towards the end of my videos, I like to speak on subjects that are of importance, things that are of inspiration. And I hope you guys can tune into the end of this video because I'll definitely be doing a message that pertains to this home and just how good God is and how he works, how we can get these wonderful blessings into our lives, how truly God does love to bless us and how to obtain blessings in our lives. I really am a living testimony of it. And I got to add, I'm very, very humbled to say that. I feel very, very blessed. So before we get into this, I do want to throw it out there. In case you have not joined my YouTube luxury community, I kindly invite you to do so by clicking on that subscribe button you see located right down there below on your screen. And also by clicking that notification bell, you will be notified every time I upload a video. Now, I want to briefly share the jewelry that I'm wearing because a lot of you guys like it when I do share it. I'm a big fan of fashion jewelry, luxury fashion jewelry, especially when it comes to Louis Vuitton. So today, actually, I should mention this with the unboxings. One is going to have gold hardware. The other is going to have silver hardware. I'm a fan of mixing hardwares. Yes, I am. And so that's why I chose today to be wearing the jewelry that I am. Now, this is called the Louis Vuitton Nanogram necklace. I want to say that it's still available on the website. I absolutely adore these little luggage tags. And then for earrings, I am wearing the Louise GM Earrings, and I'm wearing one in gold, one in silver. Something that's interesting is I happen to notice that the gold GM, they're always on the website. But with the silver, I've really seen them be on the website and then off the website, which is interesting. But I'll definitely look to see if they are on the website, and I will link them below. And also with these, I don't find them to be too big, but if you do find them to be too big, they do sell them in a smaller size, a PM size, which look very, very cute. And then for bracelets, I am wearing this. I find it so cute, you guys. I just, it's just a great casual bracelet. This iconic bracelet, it is in the black leather. Now, this one, unfortunately, has been discontinued, but they do have a monogram version as well as a very, very cute light blue version that I'm very, very tempted by, especially for the summer months. So again, you guys, I am going to go ahead and link the earrings, the necklace, and the bracelet within the description box below. Adore each and every piece. So let's get into these unboxings. I'm beyond ecstatic. And oh my goodness, I forgot to mention, it was just my anniversary. So the first one that I'm going to show you guys, I did post on my stories the day that I got it. Yes, I did. And this is one that I judged a little bit. This is not new release. The next bag will be very, very new release. This one, I do believe, came out in September or October. And when I saw it, I just thought to myself, I don't know. I have bags that look kind of similar. And then I kept seeing other people on Instagram with this bag, and they were going on and on about a certain feature. You guys are going to understand what I'm talking about in just a moment. And I started to obsess over it. I really did. I started thinking about it. And then I just pulled it up on my phone, showed my husband, asked him what he thought, and he thought it was a beautiful bag. I checked the inventory at my local Louis Vuitton. They had it. We went the Saturday before our anniversary. Our anniversary was May 20th. I had already thought to myself, oh my goodness, this looks to be amazing. You know, other people on Instagram are really raving about this bag. They adore this bag. And yeah, I just had expectations, and I can't believe those expectations were actually superseded. And if you are on Instagram, you know which bag this is. And if you're not, well, here she is. I'll give a little bit of a hint. This is going to be an amazing winter bag, but don't get me wrong, it's definitely one you could use year round for sure. But oh my gosh, I imagine using this in the snow on snowboarding trips. Oh, so amazing. So are you guys ready? She really wants to be accepted by you guys. She really, really does. So here we have, you can see the top of her. Yes, you can. This beautiful and gorgeous, here she is, so pretty, Speedy 30 Dark. Like the name suggests, Speedy Soft 30. This bag is extremely, and I do mean extremely, the softest of the soft canvas that I've ever felt in my entire life. I also just think this silver is absolutely stunning with this black leather. By the way, these handles are just, I don't have words with the softness. And might I add, I could not believe, I did not know this when I went to the store, that the interior of the bag, you know how typically it's textile micro suede fiber, this is actually a lambskin leather. And when you feel it, it actually matches how the exterior of the bag feels. For me, I'm a big fan of the Speedy in general, but my favorite sizes really are the 20 and the 25. When it comes to wearing a Speedy as a crossbody, 25 is going to be the highest that I'll go as a crossbody. What they did with this one is they gave it a specific type of strap with this length. So as you guys can see, it is going to be a short strap, and it is meant to be over the shoulder. And in my opinion, I think they were very genius to architect this bag in such a way, because it is going to make this bag extremely edgy when worn over the shoulder. It really just redefines the look of the Speedy bandolier. And I'm a big fan. And I got to say too, with the Speedy 25, if you guys have that bag or familiar with the strap that it comes with, you can make a shorter strap on that bag like this one. And I actually tried it on my 25 and I thought it looked so cute and very edgy. So I'm a huge fan of this strap length. And I will be doing a detailed review very soon, because I do want you guys to know what this bag looks like on the body, how it really just screams edginess. I really love when a bag comes at a certain price for the bag to feel as luxurious as it looks. And this one definitely does. So you guys can see it does have the little luggage tag right there. I just need to take that sticker off. I'm loving this little accessory detail, and I'm loving this sparkly chain. You guys can tell this chain is absolutely amazing. And I had mentioned in my Instagram stories when I got this bag that I actually have a charm that I purchased, I don't know, like 3 or 4 years ago. I've never used this charm, and I thought to myself, what am I going to do with this? I don't really want to use it on my keys. I really like using my 4 key holders, but I thought to myself, you know, maybe one day the right bag will come along. And as you guys can tell with this bag, it really is about accessories and just kind of playing with it. So I'm so happy, because now, I mean, you guys can kind of use your imagination, but you know, I'm not going to use all this together. I don't think so, but it's just fun to play around with. And how beautiful is that charm on this bag now? I think I would probably maybe take these off and then put this charm over here. Not too sure, but it's fun. And if you guys know and follow my channel, you know that I love to play dress up with my bags. It's just a fun thing to do. And this is a great bag, definitely, to play dress up with. Also, just a great bag to own if you're really looking for a carefree, luxuriously feeling, luxurious looking bag. It's just a stunner, and I'm a huge fan of stunner looking bags. I just really can't say enough about how I appreciate the feel of this bag. And if you guys happen to get the chance and you go to Louis Vuitton, please try to ask to see the Speedy 30 Dark. It's absolutely amazing. And also, I guess I should mention this too, it does come in a monogram type canvas version, and that is called the Crafty. They both come in at the same price, and that bag is obviously going to be just as soft as this one. It's just a different variation. So I am absolutely over the moon about this. I cannot wait to use it. I really just can't reiterate enough, you know, when I unbox with you guys on this channel, that means I get to use it. And you know what, just imagine how cute will this bag be going to a nice resort on snowboarding trips. And I just know I'm going to enjoy it so much. And I'm already thinking of which keep-all I'm going to wear it with. I think my reverse keep-all 45. And by the way, yeah, I'm just going to add it again. I can't wait to show you guys this closet because you don't get to see everything, and that's not okay. So I'm really excited about doing that house tour very, very soon. Now, the next one that I'm going to open for you guys is a new release. And I really just didn't think I was going to get it when I got it because I actually went into Louis Vuitton and I had seen, that this collection just launched and I didn't know the release dates. And this collection actually launches today. So I got it early. But basically, I didn't know the day that this was going to release. I knew I wanted it though. I did. I saw pictures of it. But I went into Louis Vuitton and this, I just have to throw this out there, you guys. I have to throw this out there. I went into Louis Vuitton and, I showed them which one I wanted. And they were very, very quick to say, this collection is completely sold out. You cannot get this bag, but you can click the notify me button. And I was just thinking to myself, that's not true. That's not true. That is not true. As you guys know, we can always order from other stores. Of course we can. I asked if she could check because I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but we can't do that on the website anymore where we can check inventory at different stores, which is a bummer, but you can always call client services and, you can always work with client services. By the way, it was somebody from client services, absolutely amazing sales representative that made this happen. And it's just very important to understand that when you're told like, no, you can't get something, don't always listen to that because that's not the truth. If bags are available at a store, you can always order it at the store. And client advisors are good for that. Sales associates are good for that if they're willing to call the store and have it shipped to you. And then I actually reached out to a few really amazing sales associates. And this one girl that I had met through client services several months back, I built rapport with her. She was wonderful. She was so kind. She was so sweet. And she has my number and I had reached out to her and I told her, I was like, do you think there's any way I could get this bag? And she's like, oh yes, I'm 100,000% sure. I said, really? And then she said, yeah, and maybe it can even be overnighted to you. And I didn't think that was going to happen because this was on a Saturday. My anniversary was on a Tuesday, this past Tuesday. And yeah, so this is a long story. I want to say long story short. But basically, yeah, she did track this bag down in a store. And then she sent me the invoice to pay for it. And then I was so shocked because Monday night, the night before our wedding anniversary, I was at the gym with my husband and I get this UPS notification saying, you're going to be receiving a package tomorrow, Louis Vuitton. And I thought to myself, what? How could this be? And I showed my husband, I said, look, the bag is going to arrive on our anniversary. And I just thought that was so amazing. So again, you guys, I really wanted this bag. Now, I'll just give a little bit of a hint. Let's talk, denim. Something that's so cute and reminds me, if you happen to be familiar, remember back in the day, you guys might know this bag that I'm talking about, but the Speedy. And I really was obsessed with that Speedy bag back in the day, but I couldn't have that back in the day. So I basically waited a long time for this. Yes, I did, because the timing was just right for me to be able to get this. So here we have this adorable, she arrived on my anniversary. So cute, so pretty. Ready? New release, amazing, and so soft too. This adorable Pochette Valley. Okay, just look at the denim, you guys, and check out the upgraded gold hardware. I'm a huge fan of that because in my experience, I have yet to see any bag with upgraded gold hardware ever tarnish. Now, this is different from the Speedy bag. I don't want to do a comparison on that, but it is different in the way that it has a semi-adjustable over-the-shoulder strap, and it also has a detachable strap. That other Speedy bag, adorable bag, but did not have anything detachable, so you could work with a different type of strap. As you know, if a bag has a detachable strap, you could use basically any other vachetta strap that you want. So, I'm just thinking to myself, if I wanted to wear this as a cute crossbody, how adorable would that be? You have the versatility to do that. Now, I want to show you because this is going to be over the shoulder, right? When it's on that length, but it also has an even shorter setting that looks like this, which is just so cute when worn off the crook of your arm. I mean, my goodness. And I have to add this too. So we all know that Louis Vuitton's prices are pretty much, I don't know, they're in the universe out there somewhere. They're just very far away. They're very high up there in the sky. When I found out the price of this one, which is, I do believe, I want to say $1,990 US, I thought to myself, this must be like a little keychain thing. It's definitely not going to fit a phone. Like, no way. It's so cute. I love the style, but it's going to be so small. Like, if it can't fit my phone, I'm not interested. And then this really great sales associate that I know, he texted me and he was like, no, it'll definitely fit like the largest size phone. I was like, really? And once I found that out, I was just like, okay, I want this bag so bad. The interior of it is, as you guys can imagine, denim. But I was wondering, I didn't even know if it was reverse denim. No, it has smaller icons, which is very, very cute. Absolutely adorable, very, very roomy. And I did the test. I did. It fits my phone and it does fit a packed mini pochette card holder. That's really my necessities. Now, when I got this bag, one of the first things that I did was put a charm on it. And I have to show you guys what it looks like because it's a little much. It's very, very cute. Here is the facette charm. This is literally my favorite charm that Louis Vuitton sells because it looks amazing on basically any bag for sure. So here is what it looks like on this bag, you guys. I mean, do I need to say anything? Do I really need to say a word? I mean, it's just so, so adorable. And I'll go ahead and show it to you like how it looks over the shoulder. How adorable is that charm hanging off the back? How perfect is this strap drop length? Now, I don't know if they're going to be making a lot more of this style. I'll definitely be doing an in-depth review on this bag, and I'll go ahead in that video and try this bag on with different straps as well. But yeah, this charm is just a stunner on this bag. This one I do believe is the Fleur de Monogram. I love it. It's very, very beautiful. This is just stunning, you guys. I love this. And I think what I love most about this bag is the blue, is the tone of blue that this bag has, because you know, Louis Vuitton will release different collections with different types of denim and different variations of shade. When it comes to the denim, I really just find that this shade is absolutely amazing and absolutely beautiful. And I really just can't say enough about the price point of this bag, just because I know it's a smaller bag, but the fact that it fits your phone, and when we think of bags like the Nanogram in this collection being $400 or $500 more than this one, I mean, can I say that this is a good deal? Am I allowed to say that about Louis Vuitton, that they would give a good deal? It kind of seems that way. I mean, that's how I feel about it anyways. So if you guys are interested in this bag, again, I'll definitely be doing a very, very detailed review very, very soon. But I do kind of feel like this one is going to go quick just because, you know, it was like not even released yet. And it did get sold out on the Louis Vuitton website. But remember to keep in mind always that, you know, if you call client services, they can always check store inventory. The store does not need to be near you or even in your state. You can always order from a different store. Of course, the options are always there. So yeah, you guys, I'm so excited to now have this gorgeous Pochette Valley added to my collection. And again, I definitely will be doing detailed reviews on both of these bags in the very near future. And again, I'll definitely be doing this house tour in the very near future. I think the way that I'm going to do it is I'll do like the inside of the house, including my closet. Oh, dream closet. Oh my goodness. No, I'm very humble when I say this, you guys. Like, I got to mention that. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I have this, I have that. I don't like that. I don't like that attitude. I got to say, I'm very humble. I'm very grateful to God for everything that he's given to us. But yeah, I'll definitely do the inside first, and then I'll do the backyard until you see it at night. If you guys are on Instagram, you know, because I've showed you, but oh my gosh, you guys, it was just a dream come true. Literally a dream come true. God knows the desires of our hearts. And that's going to lead me into the message that I'm about to give. But as for these unboxings, that's going to be it. If you happen to have any comments or questions, please let me know. Also, if you happen to own Speedy 30 Soft, please let me know whether it's the crafty or the dark or any of their soft Speedies. I'd love to know, of course. And then also, please let me know what you think of this Pochette Valley. If you're watching the video, you know, obviously we have in common the fact that like this kind of stuff. We definitely do. And we know that others that are watching it like it as well. So it's always fun to just conversate with one another and voice our opinions, whether negative or positive. It's just fun to talk about what we have in common for sure. So yeah, please leave those in the comment section below. I say it all the time because I truly mean it all the time. I love hearing from you. All right, you guys, now it's the time within the video where I'm going to completely change topics from speaking about luxury to speaking about something that's definitely more insightful, meaningful, and inspiration. Topic of today's video is going to be a very important one. It is the power of obedience and prayer. Like I said, the reason I chose to speak on this topic is because it truly has worked miracles within my life. And the reason I titled it the way I did is because there is so much power in prayer and obedience. What God tells us in the Bible is basically math. When we do what he wants us to do, when we have faith in his promises, he will always, always come through. And, you know, we do live in this worldly world where there is, you know, God, but there are also dark forces that don't want us to be happy in life. And the truth is, these spirits are always going to be attacking us. I've spoken countless times about automatic, negative, intrusive thoughts. They don't come from a heavenly place. They come from a very, very dark place. And that dark place doesn't want you to be happy. We all go through hard times in this life. No one goes through this life and doesn't go through hard times. And it's really just so silly to think that we can just go through life and it's just such a perfect ride. It just doesn't work that way. But what I've come to learn is that when we have true faith in Jesus and when we have a very, very close bond relationship with him, where we literally do our very best to keep him number one in our lives above all things, he is going to make those hard times in life so much easier to endure. As a matter of fact, to the point where you're just at peace all the time. We live in a world right now, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but since COVID, there seems to be a very big shift. And it's either, you know, we're paying attention to God or we're not paying attention to God. And the dangerous thing about not paying attention to God is if we're not paying attention to him, the enemy is definitely paying attention to us and he's putting a big bullseye right on us. And, you know, there's times where we are low in our lives. There's times when we're sad in our lives. There's times when we're anxious in our lives. And the enemy loves to attack us when we're weak. Like the Bible does say, the enemy is like a prowling lion looking to seek and devour weak and quivering prey. So when you go through a hard time, when you go through a loss, when you go through a betrayal, the enemy is right there to invade your thought life with thoughts like, oh, you know, you deserve this, or you this, you that. He's an accuser. He's called the accuser for a reason because he's full of lies and he's full of accusations to try and bring you down. And what I've really learned is that when we go through these things in life that are just not fair, that God really will be our vindicator. Yes, he will. As he says in the Bible, when people come against you, I will be your vindicator. I will be your lawyer. I will plead your case. There is no better being that is going to plead your case and make everything smooth and okay than Jesus Christ, God, Holy Spirit. There is just nothing, nobody. We can try to do it on our own, but we're always going to fall short. We're never going to do it like he can. And it truly does take faith to make that happen. And also, it's very important to know that God knows the desires of our hearts. And sometimes we can be tested to see how we're going to face dark times in our lives. And are we going to rely on God, or are we going to go to what the enemy offers us? And I highly, highly, highly recommend going with God and just weathering out that storm. For me, it took, you know, almost 2 years, but I knew. I would tell my husband, I would say things like, I know God has something amazing. I just knew it. I felt it in my spirit. I just knew. It was just a fact of life. I just knew it. And all of a sudden, you know, we were like looking for different homes. And the way that we found the home that we have now, nothing short of a miracle. The way that everything fell into place, the timing of so many different little things. One thing I've definitely learned is I do not believe in coincidences. I believe everything happens for a reason. And our suffering is not for nothing. Really just learned the Bible, and I've really just learned what God wants of me. And God wants all of me, not 25%, not 50, not 75. He wants all of me. He wants all of us. He wants all of us to turn to him for anything that's on our mind. And my goodness, I can't even describe how, like, I don't know, do I use the word magical that he is? He's just so powerful. That's the right word. He's so powerful because he will work miracles in your life through faith. The key is obedience. The key is obedience. We live in a world that's very, very worldly, and there's a lot of temptation out there, and it's very, very easy to sin. I mean, that's why Jesus came down here, because we're all sinners. We sin like every day. It's so easy to just sin in our thought life. Like, say, for example, you know, you think of like the 7 deadly sins, pride, anger, jealousy. You can get angry with people. You can have an unforgiving type of spirit. And the problem is when that happens, if we don't check it and we don't get it in order, there's always a consequence to sin. I have found it, and God shows me this stuff. It's amazing. The closer I've gotten with Jesus, he literally shows me this. The combination of obedience, faith, and prayer, communion with Jesus, really does equal an abundance of blessings in your life. I truly am a living testimony of that. And I really just want you guys to have that as well, to just be able to wake up every single morning and just have like joy in your spirit, and to go to bed at night and to never have like any type of issue falling asleep. Yes, I want that for you guys. I want you to have that peace in your spirits because you deserve it. Jesus will give it to you. That is a fact. He's done it for me, and of course, he can do it for you. And it's very important to know too. I'll just add this very quick. You know, God is always trying to meet us halfway, but it is up to us to meet him where he is. You know what I mean? Like he's coming to us, but we have free will. He's not going to force us to love him. He's not going to do that. He loves us. He's not going to be like, you must love me. No, he's going to want us to love. I mean, he loves us so much, but he gives us free will. It's our choice to love him back. So he's right here. He's waiting for your love, literally. And then when we make that choice and say, Jesus, enter my heart, then the communion happens. And then you start to feel a peace that surpasses all understanding. And then you just might find yourself on this journey where you end up very, very, very peaceful in your life. And that is truly what I hope and wish for all of you. Anybody that's watching this, I truly hope that you receive it in your spirit. I know that Jesus wants you to. That's a fact. So that's what I have to say on the topic of the power of obedience in prayer. If you guys happen to have any comments or questions on that topic. Also, my goodness, very, very different topics. Yes, they are. But any other comments or questions on the beautiful BD30 soft dark that I did receive. Also, this, you guys, I cannot with this blue and this upgraded hardware. Valley pouch, please leave in the comment section below. That is going to be it. And my next video is going to be house tour for sure. And then also I have coming up reviews. And then also, oh my goodness, I've only been waiting, 2 months for a specific bag that I ordered from the Mirror Comic Collection. I just know that once I do receive that other bag, I'm just going to enjoy it so very much. And I cannot wait to do that unboxing. Hopefully very, very soon. Wouldn't it be nice if that could just be my next video? We never know, it might be. So I thank you guys for taking the time to watch. If you did make it to the end of this video, of course, I greatly thank you. Until my next, you guys take care, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon. Bye.